Well, that gets this contract finished off. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. We've got enough to buy a field. Hello and welcome along. Once again, we are going big on Estancia Lapacho. And we're just bringing our sprayer back from the contract that we've just finished on field 22. And the reason why I've stopped here is this. This is field 5. So this is the new field. This is the field I want to buy. Looking at it, it's not fertilized. It's fully got weeds and it needs ploughing. So while we got the 130,000 before that disappears off anywhere, let's get that purchased. Let's get that moving. So we're going to buy that for 126,000. There we go. If we get into trouble, we can always sell that back. 130. So we could have actually bought field 4, but I think field 5 offers us more opportunity here. Now, if I go back, in fact, if I go back here, field 5, you can see we've got this large area. Actually, I'll zoom in on this. We've got this larger area here, and the field itself actually needs ploughing as well. So we are going to go and get a plough. The trouble we have now is we have 3,388, and I don't believe that is enough for us to even hire a plough at the moment. Yeah, if we were to hire the Agromaz, which is well underneath what the kind of thing we're looking for in this series, that would cost us. Leasing cost would be 714, so we could do it with that. We're not going to do it with that today. I want to go and sort ourselves a plough and something a little bit bigger, just so that we can get this job out of the way fairly quick. So in order to do that, we're going to have to take on another contract, and I think the one we're going to take on, the thing we're going to look to do today, is we're going to look to do some harvesting. So I'm going to park this up. You can actually see we got herbicide in this. Thinking about it, and you can see our field here actually has weeds. So let's spray. That'd be a little bit of a strange cut, but I did start to spray the weeds on field 6 because there are some, but they've not gone very far into the field. So we're just going to park the sprayer up until the field is fully full of weeds at the moment, and leave this here. And we're going to go and jump into our tractor, and you can see the patch of weeds that I've just been talking about that I decided to start spraying. And was originally going to have this episode as a episode where we did some spraying, but you can see there, it gets to a point where actually the weeds haven't grown yet. Now I could spray the whole field. And it's one of the interesting things with the herbicide is you can actually spray the whole field and end up with the whole field just sorted for weeds the whole way. But I don't want to do that. I'd rather we went through and you guys could see me killing off the weeds. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to hook this up to here, and we're going to get this field cut. This isn't one of ours. This is a contract. So we should be able to, on field 2 here, get a contract. So there's lots and lots of harvesting contracts at the moment. And I'm hoping that field 2 is... Yeah, there we go. Field 2 are harvesting contracts. We'll get 5,374 for this, so we'll accept that. And switch over to our combine. There we go. Let's start her up. Start it up, and away we go. So this is a field of barley. With this header, we're doing a lot of stuff other than our 2 main crops. So our 2 main crops, of course, are soybean and sunflower. They're the ones that earn us the most money. We do fairly well doing these contracts as well. I don't know if we're dropping straw at the moment. No, we're not. We do have our shredder on. Seem to have missed a little bit at the edge there, but that's not too bad. So it's a fairly big field. This will bring us in 5,000 plus whatever else we manage to sell. I need to watch that outer guard. And yeah, so this should be a neat little contract for us. Should earn us a neat little amount of money that gets us gets us hopefully a plough of a decent size, so we can get field 5 field 5 sorted fairly quickly. There are, as I said, there are a ton of harvesting contracts out at the moment, so we may end up doing a few of those. As I say, I'm waiting for the weeds to come on field 6 fully, and then we're going to spray both fields 5 and 6. Although, to be honest, we probably don't want to spray field 5 before we've done any ploughing. So, yeah, I don't quite know how that works. But, yeah, so now what I'm going to do is, this being a barley field, did I say wheat earlier? This being a barley field, we need to get the headlands knocked out, and then we'll come back and see where we are. So let's see how much the yield on this first headland is. And come back at that point and let you guys know how we're going to be doing. So we've finished the first headland. We're about 4/5 full. Rather than have the tractor and trailer come and chase us round the field, though, what I'm going to do is, before we turn around and go the other way, I'm just emptying our grain tank here. Makes it a little bit easier for us. Makes it means that we don't have to deal with the tractor and trailer, and I know that I can make it round the field again without having to empty. We can then get the combine going up and down the field after that. We only really need to take off 2 headlands with this combine. No need to really do more than that. But this will mean that the downtime for the combine and the amount of time that we have to use the hired worker is reduced. It's just a little bit more efficient way of doing things. Should help us along. We are not quite at 180 degrees. I want to be... There we go. Just about, there we are. It's just going straight down this side here. So that's not bad, actually. That's a fairly good yield off here for this barley. I think it's certainly not got any weeds in here. I don't know how well it's fertilized or limed or ploughed. We might have a look at that when we jump out to go and tip the first load. As always, this contract is taking this down to the bakery. Seems to be a favourite on this map. I haven't actually delivered anywhere else for a contract yet, but most of the contracts we're doing... Oh no, I have for the sugar beet. We delivered to the sugar factory, but which is kind of unsurprising. I wouldn't expect to deliver sugar beet to a bakery, but yeah, we've only so far delivered any grains to the bakery, so we'll see how that goes going forwards. But let's get this second headland out, see how full we leave the trailer at that point. Coming to the end of the second headland now, and actually we have a distinctly smaller or a distinctly lower amount of crop in the combine. We've only got 10,000, so we've got space for 7,000 litres. So we're just gonna start cutting it down the row here. Hopefully by the time we cut and come back, so cut down and come back, we should have enough in the tank to put into the trailer. The trailer still won't be full, and then this is why I want to do this. We need to get the trailer as full as possible before we go. That way we will reduce the amount of time the hired worker is using the combine. And therefore also, of course, increase our profit from the contract. It's one of those careful trade-offs between the amount of time it takes you to do the contract and the amount that you lose from the contract for using things like hired workers and things like that. So yeah, we're keeping a close eye on this. And that's the thing, with the tractor and trailer standing there, it actually makes more sense for us As I'm becoming more and more apparent on this, that the overloader and a lorry would be really useful. Would work really well in this setup. And it is, and I know I've said that on previous videos, it really is the thing that I would like to achieve eventually, is a big enough setup that has that overloader and the lorry. And as we get more fields, this will accelerate. This will start to increase. So yeah, there is that. And we should be in a good position by the end of this game day. We will be in a very nice position. We will probably be heading into the next one for next episode. We gotta get that plough and get field 5 not only ploughed itself, but see if we can increase the size of it as well, make it even more worth our while, because it is that we could have bought the other field. We could have bought field 4, which we wouldn't have had to plough. We would have had lime and things like that, but we wouldn't have had to plough it. I'm kind of considering, although this series is called Going Big, I am considering getting a small plough just to do that job. Field 5 is not a big field, and we would be in a good position with that to say, right, we need a piece of equipment that fits what we need, and a plough for field creation and for doing small fields like that. Just hired, you know, that 736. Whoa. Right. So we'll go get the tractor and trailer here for this. Which is still nicely running. And get this emptied. So we're only a third full actually. We've only got 1,300. This will take us up to about 30,000 litres. I didn't realise we were quite that empty last time. Start this up again. Once we get this emptied, we will head off. Right, so nearly emptied now. There we go. So we'll put the auger in once we clear the tractor. There we go. And yeah, so as I was saying, we want to minimise the amount of time that we have the hired worker on this, which is what we're trying to do at the moment. I need to get my next run lined up really, and hopefully we will then be in a position where we can go and well, 30,000 litres in that tractor. I need to kind of switch around. Put the hired worker on here and see how much further we can go. I think if we do another row here, we should be good. So let's get our hired worker running, and then over into here. So we're good actually. What I'm going to do is, with the hired worker going here, we're going to turn around. We're going to empty on the return, and that should put us in a good position. That should fill us up. And we can go and tip the first load. Right, combine's reached the end and is doing the turn. Once that's made its turn around, which it should. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to block it. And it is going to reverse up, because they always do. And yeah, we'll just top this trailer off and we will go and tip it. There we go. Want to line up nicely with this combine. Pull it in slightly. This takes me back. This really does. There we are. Good. Nice. Careful moving unload. Really helps us, although we've gone a little bit too close to the combine there. There we go. He's opened it up again. And he's almost empty. I'm hoping that we're gonna get enough off him at the end of this row. By the end of this row, but that is pulsing out of there a little bit at the moment. that will do us. We will go and tip this at the bakery so that we can come back and take control of our combine again. So I will see you when we get down to the bakery. So we've made it down to the bakery. There's a bit of a queue of cars in front of us, but we won't be behind them for too long. So we'll reverse this up here. As I said, every contract I've done so far on this map has led me down to here, has led me down to the bakery. They need an awful lot of crop, these guys. They seem to be the ones who take the most crop from all the farmers on this map, from as far as I can see. I don't know if there is actually anywhere else on the map where you can tip grains. While this is tipping, let's have a look. Is there anywhere else that takes grains? Yeah, so the three places: the transport company, the bakery, and the harbour. And in fact, the transport company pays better for wheat. Better for oats. Pays really well for oats, but oats have a low yield. But don't tend to be fairly competitive. Bakery, absolutely not the place for us to take soybeans, but is the place for us to take our sunflowers. So interesting mix there. Right, let's get this back up the field. The first thing we're going to do when we get back up there is we are going to go and empty our combine, so that then has an empty tank, and then we will take back control of it from our hired worker. So I've actually come back up to the field and taken control of our combine again, because as I was pulling up in the Fendt, I suddenly realised that there wasn't a lot of field left, and there really isn't. So the combine is about 3/4 full. It's got 12,000 litres in it. We have about 2 rows left to cut here. It's not much. It should at least all fit in this tank at the moment. If it doesn't do that, it's not going to be much left. So I've jumped back in here. I've taken control, because otherwise I would have just been emptying on the last run, and preferred not to do that. There we go. Right, it's not quite going to be the last run. Looking at this, we have got a width left, but it's not a lot left. It's gonna be good. That means we've already delivered quite a large chunk of our contract's crops, and we're gonna have a quick run around the field, clear up the few bits we missed. There's a little tuft over there. There's a tuft we missed on that last run just then. There's a tuft at the top, so what we'll probably do is we will go round and get this last bit, and then we might go and see if we can get ourselves a plough quickly, which would be quite good. We will. In fact, that will be what next episode is. We will be creating a new field next time. We'll get our sprayer. We might get our sprayer doing the herbicide or something like that. But we are definitely going to be spraying next time. Looking at next door field. So the next door field, which was also ready to harvest, that has been harvested now. So that won't be a contract that we have available to us. But all's good really. I'm quite pleased. This field has gone down well. We're going to get a nice little amount for it. It's not as big a field as I thought it was. Either that, or it just took us longer to get to the bakery than I realised. And yeah, it's come out quickly and nicely. So we've bought our new field, and we've started to bring our money back up again. And next time we are going to expand our new field and get it ploughed, and hopefully also get it planted. We are going to put sunflowers in, so the same crop. Oh, that was unexpected. So the same crop as we have in our main field, the sunflowers. We may have to look at the field. No, that is just weeds. So we may get lucky brakes on this are atrocious. We may get lucky and be able to actually do our get our sunflowers to all be harvested at the same time. May mean leaving our main field a little bit later than I would perhaps like, but certainly we're looking to get field 5 ploughed and planted next time, and then we will look to weed field 6. So that's all good. Let's get this emptied. And once we got this emptied, we're going to just have a quick run around the field, get those last few little bits, and then we'll head back down the bakery and get this done, get this sold. So there we go. Once again, we are heading back down towards the bakery. We are, which is where the last of this needs to go. I'm hoping we're going to get a decent price for it. The bonus amount that we have, we got 17,292 litres in here. That should, we should get a nice little bonus. We should maybe get a couple of thousand bonus off that, I think, if we're lucky. The job itself is worth about 5.5. So yeah, should get a nice, maybe sort of 6,000-7,000 off this contract, which would be really, really useful to us. Certainly, what we'll be looking to do is go and pick up a plough on the way back for next time. So yeah, just gonna reverse this. We are losing the light a little bit at this point, so we may end up in the next day with this. In which case our sunflowers are all but guaranteed to have started growing. But there we go. So that's that. I'm gonna, yeah, look at that. That's all coming out nicely. So let's jump out our cab. There we go. Contract is finished on field 2. We got 1,276. So not quite as much as I was hoping for from the excess. The actual contract itself is worth 5,300. So 6,500-ish off that, which takes us to 9,800. Plenty for us to go and get a cheap plough or to hire a cheap plough for a little while. But for this episode, that's where we're going to leave it. All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from FendtFarmer, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.